Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Music fades, energy up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the stream. I'm so hyped you're joining me today, Monday, April 20, 2026. We've got a ton to talk about today, from major gaming updates to the fallout from a huge weekend in Vegas. But before we dive into all that, let's get right into your world news update. Middle East ceasefire hanging on by a thread. A critical ceasefire in the ongoing Iran conflict is set to expire this Wednesday, and things are extremely tense. The U.S. Navy reportedly seized an Iranian cargo ship over the weekend, raising fears of a return to more conflict as peace talks in Pakistan stall. In sports, an era has officially ended. Following his loss at WrestleMania 42 last night, Brock Lesnar has walked away from the sport, leaving his gloves in the center of the ring in Las Vegas. We're also getting reports of a powerful 8.0 earthquake striking off the coast of northern Japan today. Tsunami warnings were issued, and residents in coastal areas are currently evacuating. All right, that's the view from the top. Heavy stuff happening all over, but now let's get back to the fun. Chat, where are we heading first? Roman
Oh,
Reigns' big win or those new brawlers?
wait. You're always like in a hurry.
Ah,
Here.
I hear you. Sometimes I can get a little fast. Was there a specific part of that update you wanted to spend more time on? Or should we just take a breath here before moving on?
Yeah, normally. Okay, I'm base. I found some news in my Facebook. I'm gonna read it
Oh,
for you.
okay. What's pop?
I'm
Sounds
going.
good. I'm ready when you are. Lay
Okay,
it on me.
I'm gonna read it for you and for the viewers, of course.
Awesome. That's a great idea. Go ahead and read it whenever you're ready, and I'll be listening. And I'm sure your viewers will be too. What have you got?
Okay.
Perfect. The floor is yours. What's the news you found?
Okay. Breaking news. Russia and China will not trade in US dollar now. They have declared that they will not use the US dollar for their trading deal. Okay. So what you can say about this? Is this real? Or is this true, legit?
Based on the reporting out there, yeah, it's been confirmed that Russia and China are moving more and more toward trading entirely in their own currencies, like the ruble and the yuan, to get away from using the US dollar. This has been happening for a while, especially with Western sanctions against Russia, so your information's on the money. What do you think the biggest impact of a shift like that could be?
That's normally my question for you. What do you think?
Uh-huh. Well, the main thing is it definitely weakens the US dollar's grip on global trade, making those two economies less dependent on American financial systems. That could encourage other countries to try similar things, which could change the balance of economic power worldwide. On the flip side, it might create some instability in global markets as everyone adjusts to new trading standards. What comes to mind when you hear that?
Well, this might also affect maybe the crypto market. Well, especially the US market, right?
That's a really interesting point. It could definitely impact the crypto market. If people start trusting government currencies less and look for alternatives, things like Bitcoin and other cryptos might get more attention as a kind of digital gold or a hedge against political instability. As for the US market, if the dollar starts losing value globally, it could make imports more expensive and lead to inflation, which might push investors toward different assets, possibly including crypto. Are you thinking about particular cryptos or just the general trend?
Well, yeah, the general trend and all crypto, altcoin. Well, let's tackle that later on. Let's move first or continue first with our other world news. Let me check again
All
if I
right,
still have
moving
some.
on. I understand. I'll stick to the news updates from the live stream and be mindful of keeping our conversation within those bounds. When we left off, we were talking about the Japan earthquake. There was also the news about the ceasefire in the Middle East that's under pressure, and Brock Lesnar retiring from WrestleMania. Did either of those jump out to you to discuss, or is there something else you want to bring up?
Okay, can you give us more details about what had you've mentioned about for news?
Well, for the Japan earthquake, the tsunami warnings were issued for the Pacific coast of Aomori, Iwate, and parts of Hokkaido. people were urged to move to higher ground and stay away from the coast because of tsunami waves. Regarding the Middle East ceasefire, Iran has signaled it won't send negotiators for more talks in Pakistan, accusing the U.S. of violating the truce by seizing an Iranian container ship. The ceasefire is supposed to end on Wednesday, so things are looking pretty shaky. And as for Brock Lesnar, after his loss, he left his wrestling gear in the ring, which pretty much confirms he's retiring from competitive wrestling. Anything else on that list you'd like more detail on?
Okay. How about I have another new one?
Lay it on me. What's the latest news you found?
Okay, I'm gonna check it, but should be careful not to play all of this video is in here. Wait, it's gone. Oh. No,
No worries, these things happen live. Let me know if you find it again, or if you want to move on to something else. We could talk about the gaming updates or any of the other stories we mentioned. What sounds good?
Wait a minute. Well, I got up to
Take your time.
go back.
Did you manage to... Sure thing, let's go back. What did you want to revisit? We could talk about the Russia and China trade report, the Japan earthquake, or any of the other topics we covered.
So
What's on your mind?
Proceed first with the Japan earthquake.
Alright, here's the latest on the Japan earthquake. It struck off the coast of Iwate with a preliminary magnitude of around 7.4 to 7.7. Tsunami warnings were issued for the Pacific coast of Hokkaido, Aomori, and Iwate prefectures, urging people to get to higher ground. Thankfully, the emergency seems to be easing, though small tsunami waves did occur, around 80 centimeters in one port. Evacuation orders have been issued to thousands of households, and bullet train lines were suspended. So far, only one minor injury has been reported. There's also an advisory for an increased risk of a larger quake over the next week, based on historical data, but officials are emphasizing it's not a prediction. Everything okay with that, or is there something else you want to explore?
Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's proceed first. There's breaking news, or almost 11 hours ago already. I'm gonna read it to you. It's like tension between the United States and Iran are reaching dangerous peak. Donald Trump has issued what he calls a final warning to Iran: make a deal now or face total destruction. Reports suggest that the situation is escalating rapidly, with military movements increasing in the Strait of Hormuz and underwater drone deployments targeting sea mines.
I understand. It sounds like the tensions are high, according to what you've just read. My previous reporting mentioned the recent capture of an Iranian ship and the disagreement over peace talks, which definitely matches that feeling of things escalating. If a final warning has been issued, that could signal a shift in how the U.S. is approaching the situation, especially with the ceasefire expiring soon. Any specifics on what that destruction could entail? So, based on what you read, the reporting says Donald Trump has threatened to destroy civilian infrastructure in Iran, like power plants and bridges, if Tehran doesn't accept the terms of a new deal. The U.S. wants them to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and give up enriched uranium. With all that happening and the ceasefire about to end, things are looking pretty serious. Anything in particular from those details you want to discuss further?
Uh, do we have all covered the big news for today?
We've definitely hit the big ones. We covered the WrestleMania fallout, those big gaming updates, the earthquake in Japan, and that tense situation between the US and Iran. Of course, new stuff can always pop up, but we've covered the major headlines for now. Was there anything specific you were hoping to hear more about?
Ist der Opa draußen? Gleich. Können wir gleich raus oder ist eben reingegangen? Der ist reingegangen? Okay.
Ah, okay. Sounds like you're about to start the stream. I'm ready when you are.
No.
Remember, just give me the heads up when you minimize the music, and I'll kick it off with the intro and world news update.
We were already live, Gemini. So maybe let's move on to the crypto updates and news.
Oh.
So.
Oh, my bad. Thanks for letting me know we're already live. All right, shifting gears to crypto then. That news about Russia and China moving away from the dollar definitely got the crypto community talking. Some people think it could push investors toward decentralized assets like Bitcoin, while others are watching to see if it destabilizes global markets overall. What are your thoughts? Are you seeing any interesting market reactions?
Well, based on a crypto bubble, the best performer for an hour watch time frame is Monad with 3.7% up.
Monad up 3.7% in an hour? That's interesting movement. Are you seeing any particular news or social chatter about it right now that might be fueling that rise?
That's what I'm about to ask you. But now suddenly changed to 1%. Okay? So, can you tell us about it?
That's quite a shift. Crypto can be really volatile, so prices can fluctuate quickly without much notice. It might be just broad market sentiment, or maybe some minor selling pressure came right after that rise. Were you tracking anything else, or were you mainly focused on that percentage change?
Well, I'm almost tracking all possible interesting cryptos.
In that case, you're probably seeing a lot of quick movements across the board. Since you're tracking everything, is there anything else catching your eye right now, or are you still focused on that Monad dip? Maybe we could look at the broader market trend and see if others are moving similarly?
Yeah, well, you can tell me. What's trend now for the day?
Well, generally the market's a little down today, though some projects are still pushing higher. Outside of Monad, some of the top gainers are smaller ones like Moodang and Gitcoin, and BitTensor's Tau has been highly trending with decent volume. Bitcoin itself is pulling back a bit, trading just below 75K. Anything there you want to explore, or should we look at why the market sentiment might be leaning bearish today?
Okay, let's start with all the top 10 cryptos. Give us a brief informations developing update for these top 10 coin or crypto. Let's start with, of course, with Bitcoin.
All right, let's dive in. For Bitcoin, we're seeing it pull back a bit, trading below $75,000 after hitting highs near $78,000 last week. That's generally because rising tensions in the Middle East are making investors cautious. Now, beyond Bitcoin, Ethereum is also down a little, hovering around 2350, and most other major coins are following that sideways trend. Bitcoin dominance is still holding firm, meaning it's still dictating the market's overall mood. Want to explore one of the other top 10 coins specifically, or stick with Bitcoin for a bit?
Okay, you just mentioned already Ethereum. Anything else details for Ethereum?
Sure thing. For Ethereum, we're seeing it struggle with resistance around $2,300, and it's maintaining positions slightly above $2,250, which is considered a crucial support level. On the ecosystem side, there was a pretty big DeFi exploit on Kelp DAO yesterday, which has caused some concern in the sector. On a more positive note, Weekly inflows into US spot Ethereum ETFs totaled over $275 million. Anything else specific you wanted to know about ETH, or move on to the next top 10 coin?
Okay, let's then move to the next one. So XRP.
For XRP, it's been modestly up today, trading around $1.42. On the news front, there's a lot of buzz about a potential piece of legislation called the Clarity Act, which could bring clearer regulations for crypto in the US. Some analysts think this could be a big win for XRP. Technically, it seems like it might face resistance around $1.47, but if it breaks through, there could be more upside. What looks most interesting to you, the legal developments or the price action?
Well, the legal development it's been long already, right?
You're right, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
The main thing is that the Ripple versus SEC case was eventually settled back in May of 2025, with Ripple paying a reduced $50 million penalty. Now, the legal developments are mainly focused on this Clarity Act, which is moving through Congress. It aims to create a more complete regulatory framework for digital assets in the US. Some analysts think this could really help clarify XRP's status as a commodity, but the passage odds are shifting, which makes things uncertain. What part of that makes you say it's been long?
Say it again?
I was just explaining that the legal situation for XRP mainly wrapped up with Ripple settling with the SEC in 2025. Now the focus is on this potential law, the Clarity Act, which is trying to create clear rules for crypto in the US. Does that make sense? Or was there something specific you wanted me to repeat?
I mean, about this Clarity Act, the XRP is I don't know why it's too involved in this case. Why is it so?
That's a good question. Basically, XRP is so involved because the Clarity Act is trying to create rules for defining which cryptocurrencies are commodities and which are securities. Because the SEC brought a lawsuit against Ripple claiming XRP was an unregistered security, the whole debate around its legal status has made XRP the main example people use when talking about why this law is needed. Essentially, how XRP is viewed under this new law could set a precedent for many others. Does that make the connection a bit clearer?
Du gehst dann nur raus zu den Kindern, gell?
Yeah.
That's a crucial point. If the logic applied to XRP is that it's primarily for utility and not an investment contract, that could mean many other tokens get treated similarly as commodities. That would make the CFTC have more oversight instead of the SEC. It could create a clearer path for projects to develop without constantly worrying about being labeled securities. What do you think about that potential change?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, let's see. Okay, should we move to the next one? Solana.
Okay, moving on to Solana. Its price is also dipping a bit, trading roughly around $85. Ecosystem news-wise, there's been a lot of talk about a major move where XRP went live on Solana as a wrapped token, which could bring more users and activity to its DeFi space. On a broader scale, people are still comparing Solana to Ethereum, pointing out Solana's higher transaction volume and enterprise growth, though some analysts caution a lot of that activity might be from bots and meme coins. Want all the details on that Solana XRP connection, or should we look at the development?
Yeah. Can you keep more details about this connection? Then that should be normally one of the reasons why XRP is going up, isn't it?
You're spot on. That bridging could definitely be one factor. Essentially, this wrapped XRP, or WXRP, allows XRP holders to move value into the Solana ecosystem and use it in DeFi apps like Jupiter and Meteora for trading, lending, or earning yield, all without selling their original tokens. The integration was made possible by the custody firm Hex Trust and the cross-chain protocol Layer 0. Ripple CEO even said it shows growing demand for XRP and opens up new paths for the asset. Does that make clear how it might create some buying pressure, or did you have something else in mind?
Oh, no. Just trying to keep an update for our viewers.
That makes perfect sense. Since you're on top of that update, want to move on to the next coin or look at any other aspect of the market?
Okay,
we could talk about BNB next, or see which crypto...
Yep. So the next one is BNB. Let's go.
All right, BNB it is. The main thing is that its price is hovering around $600 right now, moving pretty sideways with the rest of the market. We're seeing transaction fees on its network come down a lot, though processing times can still take a bit longer than other chains, sometimes over a minute. Anything else specific you wanted to dive into with BNB? Or maybe we move on to the next top 10 coin. What sounds
There's
good?
nothing special for today for BNB? Well, it's like this only consolidation, huh?
Exactly. It seems like it's just consolidating along with most of the market right now. Unless there's some major news, it's likely to keep trading around this level until the general market direction clarifies. Ready to move on to the next top 10, or is there another coin you're interested in?
Well, the next one would be, what do you think? Tron.
Next up is Tron. The main thing is that its price is hovering around 32 cents right now. Even though the market's chill, Tron's network is actually seeing a massive growth, with transactions up 60% year over year, mostly driven by stablecoin transfers and everyday reto payments. It's also integrating with dBridge to make cross-chain transactions easier for AI agents. Anything specific you want to dig into about Tron, or should we look at the next top 10 coin together?
Okay. Since we don't have yet an interaction from our viewers, let's keep going. Let's move to the next one. After Tron would be Dogecoin.
All right, Dogecoin it is. The main thing is that its price is hovering around 9 cents right now, actually up a little day over day. There isn't any major fundamental news about its development, but as a meme coin, its price often shifts based on social media trends and community hype. Anything specific you're seeing online you'd like to dig into, or maybe we just look at the general sentiment among traders?
Well, let's look for the general.
All right, looking at the general sentiment, traders seem pretty neutral right now, maybe even a little cautious, consistent with the broader market being down. Since you're tracking Dogecoin, want to jump to the next coin on your list or explore another crypto category?
Well, maybe let's proceed next to Cardano.
Yep, next up is Cardano. The big news is that its price is hovering around 24 cents right now, moving mostly sideways. Even though the price is quiet, network activity is definitely picking up. Cardano just approved its largest development commitment ever, $71 million, to fund scaling projects, and whales have been accumulating more tokens. The network is also gearing up for another upgrade, the Van Rossum hard fork, scheduled for later this month. Ready for more details on those scaling plans, or should we check out the next coin together?
Sounds like it's bullish for ADA, for Cardano.
It definitely seems like there's a lot of positive momentum building behind the scenes, even if the price hasn't reacted yet. Many traders are watching that development spending and the upcoming upgrade as potential catalysts. Ready to move on to the next coin, or do you want to keep discussing the implications of these updates for Cardano?
What about Pax Gold?
That's an important question. Generally, crypto is taxed similarly to stocks, so if you sell or trade your crypto for a profit, you typically owe capital gains tax. The amount depends on how long you held it. Short term, less than a year, is taxed like regular income, while long term, more than a year, usually has broader rates. Also, starting in 2026, crypto exchanges are now required to report your transactions to the IRS on a new form. Anything specific you've been wondering about with your own situation, or should we go back to those top 10 cryptos?
Well, I was thinking about gold or Pax Gold. Any update news? Seems like only consolidation.
That's a good point. Gold's been pulling back a bit today, trading around $4,800 an ounce. It seems like the stronger dollar and rising treasury yields, which make non-yielding assets like gold less attractive, are the main reasons for the dip. The ongoing unpredictable situation in the Middle East is also playing a part. Are you looking at gold from an investment perspective, or are you just curious about its overall trend today?
Just all curious about all of them. So let's move to maybe Atom. Cosmo Atom.
Okay, Cosmos Atom it is. The main thing is that its price is hovering around $1.77 right now. On the development side, there's been some internal friction over a controversial licensing change to the Cosmos SDK, which some projects are calling restrictive. Technically, it looks like some traders are watching for a potential rebound if the current price holds, eyeing a possible gain of 15% if it breaks a long-term bearish trend. Ready for more details on those technical breakout points, or should we move on to the next coin?
Only 15%?
Well, that was just one technical analysis predicting a potential target. But crypto's pretty volatile, so anything could happen. Prices can move fast up or down depending on news, the overall market sentiment, or if more traders start buying or selling. It really just depends on which way the momentum goes. Want to take another look at what might push it higher, or should we move on to the next token on the list?
Yeah.
How about... Great, so you're seeing how dynamic this market can be. Prices can really spike or drop based on all sorts of things. Since you're on this update roll, want to keep going with another coin, or maybe we take a look at which ones are moving the most right now?
Oh, how about
we could look at what's
Polygon?
trending for the week.
Polygon. For previous Matic. Previously.
That's right.
Yeah.
It used to be Matic, but Polygon has completed its migration to the new token, POL. That means POL now powers gas fees, staking, and governance on its main chain and other layer 2s built with their technology. The swap happened over time, and most exchanges have already handled the conversion for users. They also launched some updates recently, like S-Pol liquid staking, unlocking about $330 million in capital, and a hard fork that speeds things up. Anything specific you wanted to know about the token switch or these recent upgrades?
Well, it's been already a year, right? That they changed or they have an update on it. But it seems like it's a good performance this week.
You're right on both counts. The token switch officially started back in 2024, and while they haven't set a final deadline for everyone yet, most exchanges are all in. Performance-wise, yeah, it's been a solid week, likely helped by those network improvements and the introduction of liquid staking, which got traders interested. Looking to stay with Polygon for a bit longer, or shall we see what's up with another popular Layer 2 competitor?
Do
like
you have any?
Arbitrum, for example.
Okay, keep going.
Arbitrum it is. The main thing is that its price is hovering around 13 cents right now, up a little today. On the development side, the news is kind of mixed. There was a major security breach on a DeFi protocol linked to Arbitrum, but technical analysts are also pointing to a breakout from a long downtrend, especially after adding over 1 million new users last month. Ready to hear more about those technical updates, or should we check out another Layer 2 competitor? What do you think?
Okay, I guess that's for today. Short update. Well, seems like Arbitrum is like in a good performance for the last month.
That's right. Arbitrum has been showing some strong movement recently. Anything specific you've been observing in its price or ecosystem activity? Or are you ready to wrap things up for today, like you mentioned before?
Well, I guess that's for today for our news and crypto update. And then now we're gonna have to chill. Listen to the music. Alright.
Sounds like a plan. Have a great time unwinding. Just let me know whenever you're ready to talk crypto again.
Alright.
Catch you later.
Tschüss.